Welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. Just a big, I'm going to say warning suggestion. If you are a deer hunter and you're getting ready to get out there and chase some doe and chase some bucks, make sure you find out two things. If you're going to take it to a butcher, find out who you can take it to. A lot of them stop taking deer very early, and a lot of them have closed up. So that's one suggestion. Make sure you know where you're taking your deer after you harvest it. The other thing is, I'd start asking around. What can I do with the trophy buck? Whether you want it, maybe send it to a taxidermist or send it to a place like Drop-Tine Custom Skull Dipping. Josh Farr is in charge of that, and he says he's ready to take your antlers.
We're outside Millville, PA. It's in Columbia County, and my company is Drop-Tine Custom Skull Dipping. And I focus more on deer heads, pretty much any type of heads that might come in, and skulls, that part of the taxidermy work.
So you're not full-time, right? You're a teacher by trade.
I'm a teacher by trade, and this is like my side hobby. It gives me a way to be out with the outdoors and stuff too, tie everything with hunting and fishing. So what I do is people bring primarily their deer skulls into me this time of year, and then what I will do is clean them up for them, take them through the process with my beetles, get them all clean, degreased, the whole process, and then I'll start to dip them. And when you say dip them, that's a hydro dip, and that can be any type of film that you might imagine. So last year I did probably 40, 50 different types of camouflage and different films. I did a chrome metal plate one for a guy. I mean, the sky's the limit for this stuff. Really gives you that unique opportunity to personalize your deer skull and then how you want to mount it and stuff in your house. And it's a fraction of the cost compared to normal taxidermy. So
in the past year, Josh got his FFL and started doing Cerakoting and dipping of guns of all kinds. But that's a story for another day. Today, we're here for the racks. So what you're looking at are some of the bucks that Josh just got in here, and obviously this is the beginning of the process, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, once a guy harvests a deer, decides that he's indeed going to give it to you, he brings it here to you, and first of all, talk to me about the sizes you've been seeing. Doing this for 3 years.
Yep.
What do you think about the deer population?
The deer population, I think, is definitely in a good spot. I'm seeing a lot more trophy deer come in that you wouldn't just see 5, 10 years ago. Especially with farmland, a lot of people put it in different, food plots, things of that nature. But the bucks coming in, I mean, these ones here are first deer for kids.
Right.
And I mean, they're nice bucks for your first, these
and
young children and
never
stuff.
forget them.
Never.
Josh,
Yep.
I could tell you the first buck I ever killed, and it was a Bradford County buck like that.
Yeah, and I mean, that's something to be proud of. I
Absolutely.
mean, we take kids bring them in, parents bring them in for their first buck, and they can kind of have that special mount on, and something they'll never forget, like you mentioned.
Now this is a nicer quality deer.
Yeah,
Anybody would shoot this, never pass on something like that. Again, you're seeing them this size.
Absolutely. I get a lot in that are 18 to 20 inches and even bigger coming in, and they're 8, 10, 12 points. I had one last year's a 15 point.
Right.
I mean, they're definitely, the quality of them are coming in. Like I said, if they're not 15, 16, 17 inches, it's kind of getting small now for what they are. But
every job has a downside.
It does.
Your downside is behind us, although it's necessary to do what you're doing. What happens in this building right here?
So this building behind me, I call my beetle barn, and that's where I keep all my Dermestide beetles at. And they, once I get them skinned out like this, they do the rest of the cleaning for me, which is a great thing. And this is definitely the downside because the smell with these beetles are atrocious.
So you don't have to, if somebody's going to bring you the head like this, that's it. You put it in there and it's done?
Yeah, I prefer people bring them to me like this. Don't skin them, don't do anything. Let me do all the work on my own. I skin them, I put them out, and the beetles clean everything else. And
you have to handle the smell.
I do, and the smell is by far one of the worst parts of this job.
Oh.
You can smell it 20, 30 yards away.
I'm not going in there, but I'm going to assume that you have one totally cleaned and ready for dipping.
Yep, pretty much, yep.
Let's go check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So one of the first pieces we do is we just start out with the film here, get that laid out and cut for the size that we're going to be using. Good. And we take this, and the next part's getting it wet on the water. So next thing we'll do is I'm gonna put the film on here, and it's gonna sit for a little bit and kind of, activate for us and kind of, you'll see it start to crystallize and take the water in, which is good. And then once it sits for a little bit, I'm gonna activate it with some special spray, and it's gonna look like a stained glass kind of look when we get it. And you'll see when it switches over how it just kind of does that natural piece. Wait a little bit, and then we'll dip it in, and it'll adhere right to it. Nice.
Go make magic. The masks are important because of the chemicals that you're putting on?
Yeah, the chemicals are really toxic and bad.
Right.
So you put it on ventilation and stuff too, and filters. So.
Well, toxic and bad means we need masks.
Absolutely. Yep. This is an important part of everything. So okay. The mask is going to go on.
Okay.
I'm going to activate. You're going to see it turn over.
Chemical reaction happening there?
Yep, it'll start to here. It takes a little bit for it to... You can see it there starting to spread out.
Yeah. It's becoming part of the water, actually.
Yep.
Is what it looks like.
Absolutely, yeah. It just kind of glazes over and looks good, and then we'll get ready on the time here.
So we're ready to do this?
We're ready to do this. I'm gonna put it in like such. And clear it off.
Show them. That's awesome.
And that's kind of what our finished product would start to look like there. Again, I'll do the other side of it too because it's very precise, but that's the graphic we would get.
Awesome, awesome. And again, easy to find you, Facebook.
Yep.
Website, the whole bit. That is just awesome.
Yeah.
I love the orange look underneath that camouflage.
Yeah, it's just makes it pop a little bit more. That's not kind of that traditional thing, and I can do all types of colors for people. One guy actually shot one on Halloween. That's kind of where I got the inspiration for this. But
well, thank you for sharing your process with us.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Give me your website, Facebook. How do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, so my website's just DropTineCustomSkullDipping.com. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, different things of that nature. So very easy to reach. If you get on my Facebook page, there's a lot of examples there. I put a lot of the customers' work up there for people to look at. And then it gives you options. Just call me directly from there. It shows me where I'm located at and everything. Pretty easy to get a hold of.
Good luck this season, Josh. And of course, we're going to spend some more time looking for those places throughout the deer season. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to have Pennsylvania people and places. So stick around.